Welcome. Today we are going to continue on our depths journey. This time we're going back to green-white depths and we're going to see where we'll end up with this one. This is going to be the last week, hopefully, that we get to play against Grief. So regularly or normally I record the leagues on Sundays, but the next BNR announcement is on Monday next week. So I'm going to hold off on recording the next league until the BNR announcement is announced and live. So to celebrate the last week of Grief Bonanza, we're looking at a deck that is a little bit more geared towards controlling the graveyard. I've taken this list from the Bazaar of Boxes Series 12 in the hands, and I do apologize if I butcher the name, but Thijs Witteman for a great result at a 5-2 finish. And when looking at this deck, you can see that Grief and graveyard centric decks have been part of the deck building. So mostly the deck follows the kind of list that we've been playing so far, with some changes, and that's kind of what made it interesting. So if we start looking at the main deck, in this main deck we're rocking a Lush Portio for our third dual land. Normally I play 3 Savannah and I tend to not go for the Survey land, but I've been thinking about testing it again and it was in this list, so that kind of made it easy for me to include. Otherwise it's the mana base that I've learned to love, with the 3 Thespian stages as one of the parts that I've always talked about as cards that I want to include in my deck. After that, we're playing 1 Vexing Bauble main as an additional saga target. I recorded leagues with 2 main, none main, 1 in the board, 2 in the board, and so on and so on. I think that we're gonna cut the Vexing Bauble eventually, but I'm looking forward to keeping it in the deck here. Notable changes, no Once Upon a Times. I've talked a little bit about that card on the stream so far, where generally I like to include it in the deck, but sometimes I become punished because I keep a hand that's reliant on drawing a card to be good, and Once Upon a Time whiffs and you get kind of punished for that. So we're going to try to play without that. In the creature package, we've moved Ramming Up Excavator out of the deck. Instead, we have a Life of Malome on the board, and we're rocking some additional hate main deck in the form of 2 Endurance. Great against graveyard strategies, good against Delver strategies. Always good to have access. I like 3 in the list. Normally, I play 1 main deck and 2 in the board, but here we're rocking 2 main deck, and I do enjoy that. We also gone up to the total of 2 artifact or anti-artifact creatures in the form of both Collector Hoof and Outland Liberator. They are good in different situations, and I hope that we can squeeze 1 or 2 victories because we're playing both of them in game 1. Looking at the sideboard, we are playing 2 Surgicals and 1 Endurance. So 2 Surgical, 1 Endurance, 2 Veil of Summers. That's geared towards scam. I've been playing 3 Path to Exiles lately. Here they play 2 Path to Exiles and going more on the specific graveyard synergies. But otherwise, it's kind of the board that we've been playing around with as well. Playing Deafening Silence. I think that in my 75 or 76, I'm going to aim for 1 or 2 Doorkeeper's rolls as a way to fight off Eldrazi, but I need to do some testing to see if that's the way to approach that matchup. But it's a nice list. I'm looking forward to taking it for a spin. I'll see you back for game number 1. We are here for round number 1. We won the die roll. We're going to go first. Let's see. We have turn 1 Outland Liberator. No, we do not. We're missing a land. I don't like this hand without a land. We are far too reliant on drawing 1. Yeah, we're going to mulligan this. Here's a hand that I like better. We're going to keep this one here. Think that we're actually going to bottom the It's a Jerry step. And then we're going to go turn 1 reclaimer with some kind of interaction up through Mox Diamond. Either crop rotation or source to plowshares. We're going to lead on Mox Diamond. Then play the heath. Fetch basic forest, I guess. Although Savannah would be nice to round off our colors with. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe the correct play is to bottom the Mox Diamond and go slow here with our mana. I could see a situation where we keep the hands. Although Dark Depth, they feel like the only thing making us keeping Dark Depths in this hand is that we have a Mox Diamond that needs a land to be pitched for it. Our opponent is mulligan to 5 cards as well. We'll see. Maybe fast combo, maybe just not drawing the hand that they want to. Alright, so we're actually going to start with the heath, go for basic forest, then cast the Mox, discard the Dark Depths, and then we'll play the Reclaimer out. Now we have the possibility to go for Step to protect Reclaimer or Talon Gates, or we have Plow or something if we want to go for that. Although in the perfect world, we will be able to play around days. That's something our opponent has. In that case, we might need to go a little bit slower and wait till our turn until we act. Us being down on cards this much means that we need to make every card count. We mulliganed and we also discarded the Dark Depths. Opponent isn't doing anything special, so we got an Echoing Depths here. We're just going to play it as a normal land because we're going to want to activate Elvish Reclaimer this turn anyway. Another option is to kind of copy the heath because we want to go fetch with it, but we have a fetch with Reclaimer up anyway, so we might as well just play it out, use it to activate Reclaimer, and then have both plow and prop open. Commercial districts. Is it some land-based strategy? Unclear. If we don't have to go for anything from the tutor package, we are going to go for flagstones, especially with crop rotation up. All right, Chrome Mox. What do they choose to imprint? Imprinting a Veil of Summer. So this is combo. We're Burning Wish, getting Besiege the Mirror. Now we need to go fast. So we're going to activate Reclaimer and go for flagstones, I guess. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get that many more turns, but we need to develop our mana if we want to go for the Lage. I'm going to play Gates without a target. And then we should be able to go for the combo soon. We got the Dark Ritual into Beseech. See which route they choose. Face down card. Yeah, they're going for Song of Creation. I guess that's a gamble that will probably pay off. It kind of depends on the hit here. They can keep on churning through the deck or not. They could not. So we're going to make it so we can go for the combo next turn. Let's see. We will grab the Lush Portico and then just get a Safekeeper out of the deck. And then let's see. We can go for the Depths, but we're 1 mana short. So we might as well go for Thespian Stage. So we have a Bog and Search for Depths open. Sanit. So Sanit is interesting because we could Sanit for... Yeah, we Sanit for Outland Liberator here. They have 0 cards in hand. I mean, that must be the play, even though we could, because that means that we're going to turn off their outs. Yeah. I mean, we could build for the combo, but if they draw, I mean, in that case, if they draw an artifact, they can keep on going. So I think that's the safer play. All right, let's grab us some Teague. Let's go for some Force of Vigor, Deafening Silence, Veil of Summer. I'm a little bit unsure on what their win con is, so I don't really know if Glacial Chasm has text here, but we'll take away the Lava Spur Boots. Gonna take away the Swords to Plowshares. We don't need the Legolas Quick Reflexes, and we don't need Sylvan Safekeeper. There are some things in the lands package that we can cut. Caracas, I don't think we'll need that. bring in endurance if they go through the graveyard. We have the surgicals are maybe interesting cards, a little bit depending on what version they are on. If we bring in endurance, we might as well change one endurance for one surgical, and we'll see if we can extract something important there. But otherwise, I think going in with most of our artifact hate and most of our storm hate is good. And well, I don't think Maze of Ith does anything either. We'll take away Maze of Ith, and instead of Maze of Ith, we will bring back the endurance. We'll submit it and see how this works out for us. I don't know what type of they go from Whale of Summer. Let's see. This hand is a keep. Turn 1 Veil, turn 2 Teague with the Force of Vigor up as well. They go turn 1 Thoughtseize. That's something I can't do anything about, so I will allow that to resolve. I'm at 3 cards after this, and we still have access to some amount of hate. So they took the crop rotation. Does that mean that they're going through the graveyard? Yeah, he'll keep Veil of Summer open, I guess. Unfortunately, the Lush Portico is in our hands. Otherwise, that would have been a fetch if they decide not to go for anything here. Ponder's okay. Against this hand, we go turn 2 Gadok Teague. There's always an argument to keeping Veil of Summer up, but I think turn 2 Gadok Teague will buy us a lot of time. So we'll go to our turn. Play Plains, fetch for, might as well fetch for Forest, although could have been a Savannah as well, and then we'll play Gadok Teague, and hopefully that'll turn off some win cons. Besiege, Sign of Creation. I don't know if they play Empty Warrens and other such cards. They probably have some kind of removal as well. All right, so Burning Wish. What are we wishing for? Something that goes through the graveyard, maybe. Echo of Eons into lead, yeah. And then we win the game. Yeah, we drew good hate cards in the second game, and our opponent didn't do that much or didn't draw that much. They mulliganed down to 5, and then first game we were a little bit lucky as well, but it's always nice to start with a W, so I'll see you for round 2. And we're live for round 2. We have, it has been decided for us that we should start on the draw. This is a hard hand to like, even though we have an accelerated turn 1 with Dried Arbor. We don't have white mana, so we need to mulligan this hand. This is not necessarily much better, but we have some turn 1 interaction. So we're going to keep this. We have a Saga, a Thespian Stage. We're actually going to bottom the Thespian Stage. Go for the Saga plan. Yavimaya Thespian Stage is also a quick Marit Lage, of course, which is hard to say no to, but I think that we need to start building something with fewer cards than that. That's a little bit less all in. All right, we drew something to do with the mana. We should have probably started with Yavimaya there. We get wastelanded. Better to have access to white mana. Opponents can Underground Chi, Ponder, Brainstorm. Although we just played against Storm, this is more likely to be some kind of frog deck, either an unfair frog deck with Grief and Reanimate, or the more fair frog decks that have been popping up after, or most recently with or without Elvers. This is the unfair version with Grief, the version that we will probably not be seeing from next week and forward. So I think opponent is doing the correct thing in playing with the card that soon will be banned. So you get some mileage off of your hard invested cash. Here we're taking the Knights, and I think that's the only play they can do. Alrighty. Unfortunately, we need to out that we didn't draw anything that we wanted to, because we want to be able to go for the Lush Portico. That's going to be in a hard card that I'm going to butcher the name of throughout the entire stream. So we got the Entomb. What will we entomb for? The Atrax. Okay, yeah, you're actually giving me a chance there. You always go for the Archon. Then with the Archon, I can't play anything more. Here I still have Caracas as an out. So we have some cards. Some really good cards. We'll see what they decide to keep. We're probably really dead. But we'll go Portico and see if we're allowed to do something else. They keep Polluted Delta, Ponder, Force of Will, and Troll. So no Daze, no Brainstorm, but a Force. And a Force is a hard card, of course. Yeah, we're dead here. Maybe a mulligan. Didn't have that much going. Maybe should have kept the Thespian stage. Endurance. Maybe buys us a turn. We're going to play the Saga at least. Pass the turn to them, play Endurance and see if that warrants a Force. If it doesn't, we can play a Hasty Knight next turn. Hasty Knight gives us Caracas, but it might be a little bit late already. We'll see. Daze gets us really good here. Let's see what we have here. We have Black Mana in the pool. We do not have Black Mana in the pool. So we're going to wait for them to enter combat, and then we are going to cast our Endurance. See if that makes them act inside of combat. Daze or Force of Will are potential plays here for them. If they choose not to force here, we are going to block the Atraxa to pad us some life. Unfortunately, them not forcing here means that they have the force. They're going to have the force for our knight, so we need to kind of draw runner knight, something like that. But this at least gives us some more draws. There's the Froggy, quack. So do we play the knight? Let's see, what does Saga let us do? It lets us keep it open. Now we need to get something going here. So we need to make them force them to use their force, get them down some cards, force them to use their force and then concede. All right, we will not concede. We will instead equip the boots. I did not think that would happen. So what do we do here? I think the question is, do we block the frog or not? I mean, we kind of need the knight. Hopefully they start dumping some cards, because we can go for Caracas this turn and then Maze of Ith the turn afterwards. Kind of depends a little bit on how they proceed here. Is it bouncy time? It's bouncy time. Bounce is good. Let's start with getting a land. I mean, we can't save our person in play. The question is, if do we get Caracas or Maze of Ith? I would say I would get Caracas. They played the war, paid the ward. Unfortunately, bouncing Atraxa lets them discard and replay it if they have the reanimate. They might already made the land drop, so let's start by just returning it to their hand. See if they want to pump anything in the frog. They did. They discarded the Atraxa there. I mean, they aren't playing it from their hand, so it's probably free. Putting some pressure, allowing them to get flying and put lethal on the board. So crop rotation. We might as well rotate here. We're losing the land anyway. Rotate. Get a Maze of Ith, or see if this warrants their Force of Will. We have a land drop to make as well. Is a land drop Marit Lage? So we did force. They did force. So force pitching force. That means that we'll get through with our thing, I guess. Vexing Bauble. Yeah, turn off future forces. Let's play a Wasteland and equip with the boot. So now we have Maze of Ith open as a potential land. The problem here is that the menace is getting at us right now, so getting a little bit squeezed from that. Reanimate on the tracks. I guess we're dead to everything, so we might as well let them reanimate and do their thing. They have an Archon, another Frog to choose from, a couple of Entombs, a Brazen Borrower. There's a lot of good stuff for them. No reanimation spells though, that's always something. But a Force of Will to our Knight, so they're probably going to bounce the Knight and then force it on the way down. They can't force it on the way down because we have the Vexing Bauble out, so we're safe from the force. They chose Strand, Entomb, Borrower, and Ponder. We're going to go for the Entomb now. Getting Archon in the grave. Animating Archon. Let's see, they have 3 cards in hand, so I have to let them do this. outs, which is bad, of course. I think that we're on a no outer right now, but we'll make him kill us. So here we get a Maze of Ith. I guess there's an argument for not showing that to them, but I think it's fairly usual to have that one there being part of your green-white depths strategy. So we'll untap the frog, hope for a miracle. I don't know what miracle. That's not the miracle we were looking for. All right, yeah, we got picked apart quite good there, depending on your definition of good or not. So let's go to the board and bring in some Graveyard Hate. Even if they pivot, I think this will be okay. So the definite cards in are 2 Surgicals, 2 Paths, and 1 Endurance. The maybe pile is 2 Veil of Summers and 1 Life from a Loam and a Glacial Chasm. I've been bringing Chasm in sometimes and sometimes not. I think I had a discussion with someone about it as well. I'm not happy for Chasm as a card in this matchup, but there are board states where it's going to be really good when you're facing like 2 to 3 frogs or some combination thereof. But if they land an Archon, for example, Chasm doesn't do anything, or it does stuff, but not the stuff you want it to do. But we'll see. We'll start by cutting some stuff. So Collect Roof and Outland Liberator go out in this game matchup. We can shave on something more. We can shave on the boots. We need to be the control deck here. And then 1 more cut to get those cards in there. Anything from the land package maybe. Here's a match where I like all our lands. I don't want to cut anything from the land package. Maybe going down 1 max. We need to go down 2 cards. We could go down 2 Moxes because this isn't a fast matchup. This is hopefully going to take a couple of turns. But I still want 1 Mox to be able to fetch off of our land, the Urza Saga. If we get stuck on mana, it's always good to have that. So now we have 2 fetchable targets, Indexing Bauble and Mox Diamond. Otherwise, I like most of the rest of the deck. As I said, there are arguments for Life from the Loam and Veil of Summer. Veil of Summer is good, but I think that we will start like this. We'll see. I would like to play first. Yeah, we'll keep this. We're going to do kind of a slow start here. Get picked apart by grief. But we'll start with keeping double removal and crop rotation up. And then moving that in towards Green Sun Sanet for Elvish Reclaimer eventually. Once again, unfortunately, we have Lush Portico in our hand. They're just letting us go there. Do we play around days? Yeah, we play around days. Unfortunately, we want to play Lush here. But I think that us being able to kind of double spell or play around days, it's a good start here. We're gonna hammer away some removal spells on frogs if we see them. Let's see. Our opponent is cycling some. Reanimate on the troll. Yeah, I guess that's okay. We'll handle that with Swords to Plowshares. Guess we can play on basics for a while here as well. I mean, it's not the most important creature to get rid of, but it's still gonna kill us. Alright, let's surveil. Bog, you say? What are you doing there? We're going to keep this on top of our library and then fetch so we don't draw into it next turn unless they dump something into the graveyard and we can do kind of the sorcery removal of it. So end of turn we're going to fetch for basic forest. Tube. What do we have? Is it the Archon? Yes, it is. Alright. Now we need to go for the crop rotation. See if they have the Force of Will. They do not. We're actually going to be able to get rid of what I feel is the most important creature in the matchup. That feels really good. We want a green source. We got a wasteland. We'll actually go after their black mana. And then we'll send it for Reclaimer. Sure, they'll be able to wasteland our bog, but I don't think that's the pain point right now. Go for the throats. Sure. I can play that turn again. Do you have one more? Go for the throats. Nope, but you found yourself some blue mana. Is it frog time? Bounce time? It's frog time. Alright, here we're gonna go for removal. See if they have a Force of Will as the last card. They did not. Now I feel like we're in an okay position. But it all depends on what they're planning on drawing from this point onwards. Frog, I'm okay with. Stifle here would be bad. Otherwise, we're going to go for Flagstones. Make their Wasteland look a little bit embarrassing. Then we're going to untap and we're going to plow the Frog. Or we could path it as well, because I think that they're out of basics. But we might as well just give them a land. If they have some kind of surgical effect or something like that, it's better to have the plow in the graveyard. Here we have go for Savannah and then go for Flagstones again. See if they use their Wasteland on the Savannah. In that case, we'll be able to go for either Saga or the combo. And now we have the combo up as well. We have the combo up. It's not protected, so we're probably just going to build out our mana, but it's protected from next turn onwards, and they need to get through multiple layers of disruption. Fatal Push, you say. I'm thinking if I want to save it or not. Yeah, we'll save it. We will save it. Give it Pro Black. Double Wasteland. That's unfortunate. Bobble isn't really the card that we want to see, but we'll play it out. Draw some cards. So we're not going to be able to go for the combo for a while, so I'm actually going to start attacking, get some beats on. Right now we gotten the mana advantage that we were looking through with the Flagstones, and just don't see where we don't really have any way to go for the combo. We have a crop rotation up. Of course, they have they can't force us with crop rotation right now, so we might as well just start going for it. We could also go after their Wastelands, trick them into wasting the stage and then cropping it away. But because they have two Wastelands, that doesn't get us anywhere, because otherwise this would be a great Saga board. Really good Saga board. We'll start withdrawing from Bobble. Yeah, those are the cards that we're looking for. Now we are gonna go for Knight. See if Knight can end the fight. That's good as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm done. And now we will find us a Knight of the Reliquary and win the game. Great. So we got to pick them apart with our hate cards. Let's see. I was talking a little bit about Veil of Summer and its being or not being in the deck, together with Glacial Chasm. Veil is good against Grief, and in this case it would be Grief turn 2. And Veil is also good against some other counter magic. Archon is not targeting. I guess, I don't remember. I mean, it's kind of there for that occasion. It's just I don't have that much that I want to cut. It would be a Knight in that case, but I like the Knights. Something from the lands package. Would have anything really I can cut there either. It would be a Thespian Stage, but in this game I like Thespian Stage is a little bit better. Being able to copy Maze of Ith, for example. Crop rotation, but also crop rotation. I like crop rotation in Wasteland matches. Now we'll leave the Veil out here, and if we're doing that, it's the question if they're supposed to be in the deck. I know that they're good against combo, but I'm having a little bit... I mean, I played a lot of Veil back in my days, but I just don't see us being... Maybe we should have had them when we were on the play, but us being on the draw in this matchup, I feel Veil is a little bit lackluster. Let's see, this is a turn 2 Knight. Unless we get discard too much. Guess that we keep... Do we keep a turn 2 Knight? It's just so bad against double discard, but so is mulliganing. So that means we go turn 1 Dried Arbor, and then they have all the removal in the white. Now we need to mulligan this hand. This is worse. This is worse than the last hand. We'll mulligan this one as well. We'll keep this. Not happy. Bottoming a step and Wasteland. Yeah, this isn't a good hand at all. Do we play Reclaimer out into push when we're down on cards? No, we don't. We need Legolas reflexes to kind of work for us here. So yeah, that's an Entomb. That's probably GG's. We'll see. Yeah, Force of Will against Force of Will. Well, we we still have some outs. So here we are going to discard the Reclaimer because it doesn't do anything. And then we're going to hope to draw a removal. Now we have one more draw for the removal with, or we can see two more cards with Lushy land. But this isn't looking good. Here we're going to discard Savannah. And there are up to 5 cards. 4 of them are Force of Will. Yeah, sure, you can do that. You can do that. Do we have anything else we want to do? Play the frog, of course. We're going to put that into the graveyard and then we're going to die. And then we're dead. Yeah, got kind of picked apart there. None of the 2 hands that we had there would have been good enough. Turn 2 Knight would have been really bad against the Entomb starts. Yeah, no, we just didn't draw the cards we needed. I don't think that we go down to 4 cards there either. Yeah, I'll see you for the next game. All right, round 3. We are going to start this. We are going to start this by Mulligan ? Now we're gonna gamble on this one. We're gonna say that this is the game where Collector Oof is really good, and where we can go for a lushy land. I need to start practicing my pronunciation on that word. No, because that's kind of this is not the match where Collector Oof is necessarily the card that we want to have, but we will see. Okay, let's go Lushing. Put that in our graveyard. We already have one of those. Yeah, we'll play Collector Oof. See if they're depths, if it's the mirror or if it's lands or if it's something else. It's something with the Birds of Paradise. Some creature-based strategy, maybe a Nadu strategy. It's not anymore maybe a Nadu strategy. It's most definitely a Nadu strategy. So let's see. What do we do here against Nadu? I mean, I was hoping to play Thespian Stage and thereby having the combo up. We could also play Legolas on Collector Oof. Attack Safekeeper, forcing them to sacrifice a land and thereby maybe buying us a turn. It still allows us to go for the combo, but it doesn't allow us to play Elvish Reclaimer. But I think that's the play. So we're gonna suit up Collector Oof, attack with the Oof, and then make them sacrifice a land, thereby eliminating their area a little bit. We're actually gonna let it die, so that's always happy. And here I think that do we play the stage for the combo? Yeah, let's do that. Combo mode activated. F6 value activated. There's the bird. There's the plow. That makes stuff interesting. Maybe the plow actually makes it so we wait we wait a turn extra for combo. All right, that's a lot of cards. Let's see if the one of the cards in your hand is a force. It is. Pitching the Ponder. Let's get some sweet F6 value. I will be back after these messages. Green Sun Sanded for something not that pleasant. Is this GG Living Wish? Well, let's look at some of the deck at least so we get to see what we're facing up against. They play Living Wish, Green Sun Sanded. This is probably maybe some stock list. I just want to see a little bit more on what cards we're looking at. So Living Wish, Delighted Halfling, Uro, the blue lands as well. They have 14 cards in hand. That means that they need to discard some stuff at least. Crop rotation, you say. The sad thing here is that they can target their stuff and I can't do anything about it. Because I can crop rotate, but then they just combo on top of the crop rotation. I still think that we'll do that. Crop rotation will take away the flagstones, but that's not a possibility. We need to keep the combo up. We'll get some F6 value here, see if they draw into a Force of Will. At least we see that they have black as well. We didn't know that last turn, so that's always something. I mean, bouncing in the Nadu does nothing here. Keen, a curate. Yeah, it's the new Scavenging Ooze thing. So what's is the win con here? Is it Thassa's Oracle? There they got the Force at least, so we got that one going. But it must be the Oracle, right? There we got Leovold as well, or Bristly Bill, and their Endurance as well. That allows them to loop the deck. Yeah, this looks kind of a sweet deck. I played a little bit against Nadu. Played against Nadu here on the stream against some Elves list and got kind of run over. I think that it's a hard matchup. It feels like it's a hard matchup. This is one of those where we can't really interact. We need to pinch the combo at a really early stage to have a chance. We saw a Grist here as well. So the only thing I want to see now is the Thassa's Oracle. Yeah, Living Wish, and then I get Oracle. That means that you don't have to play it. Yeah, I'll concede to that. Yeah, that's a sweet deck. Path to Exile. In you go. Life from the Loam. In you go. Veil of Summer here is interesting to get away from the counter magic. Endurance to shuffle the deck, although it might not be good enough. We'll take away the oofs and the liberators. Galactic to turn off their Green Sun Sanits is probably not where you want to be. One of these games where we don't have that much here. We're going to take away the Mox Diamond. We play Path, so I generally want to keep my Legolas quick reflexes up. I want to be able to combo quickly on the one hand. On the other hand, we need to disrupt them. Maybe going down one more Mox Diamond. Played main deck Graveyard. I hate. What does that mean for us? Probably nothing. You want 1 or 2 more cuts. All right, let's go down one Legolas. Well, no, can use that as a removal. Safekeeper is really annoying here. Maybe we don't get the Loam. Maybe we don't see this as a control mirror and such, but we see this as a combo mirror where we need to kind of prevent them. Go down one Green Sun Sanit maybe. I'll do like that. I want to play first. We are going to keep this hand. Go turn 1 Reclaimer. Hope to draw an untapped land for turn 2. They forced Pitching Ponder. That's okay, I guess. Fling. We played the boots there. Always an argument to keep crop rotation up. I don't think that we're facing Wasteland here, so we're going for the possibility of drawing. That's a Caracas target. Whenever a land you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on each thing that you have. Yeah, I think that going for Caracas there and bouncing, slowing them down a little bit. Going for Nadu now. No, they did have a Wasteland in the board. Oh, and that kind of ends this game for us. Well, of all the cards I could have drawn in that situation, that was probably the best one. It allows us to go for another Caracas. Bristly Bill, we are going to get bounced. Yes. So now we're going to sack Flagstones. Actually going to go for a plains here to round out all the colors, and then we are going to go for Echoing Deeps, copying Caracas. Pass with man up. And that's a stage. That's really good because now we get to play Knight. We are going to start by bouncing Bristly Bill, and then we play Knight. Now, if they have land, Nadu, Bristly Bill, we're in trouble, but it would be hard to stop that one from happening anyway. The one thing that's a little bit bad with Knight here is that we both have Lavaspur Boots and Legolas in hand, which would be really good to protect the Knight with, but we need to start using our mana. We've been behind the entire game, struggling on mana, so we want to be able to get some relevant board pieces in ground. We need to start taking the fast route to this here. All right, that's probably the safekeeper, right? Yeah, but we got Knight. We got the combo. Well, they have the birds up. So otherwise, we could have gone for... Can we do it with Legolas quick reflexes? Can we do it with Legolas quick reflexes? I think we can. So let's see. We sacrifice forest. No, we tap plains for a mana. Oh, sorry. One more time. We'll do that one more time. We'll tap forest, sacrifice that, go and get Dark Depths. Untap Knight with reflexes. Yeah, this should be enough. So we're going to tap Forest for a mana. We're going to sack Forest. And then we're going to go for the Dark Depths. Now, with Dark Depths out, we are going to copy it with Thespian Stage. Now, we need to be sure that we use the non-green mana. So now we are going to keep the non-sick land there. And then we are going to activate the Knight of the Reliquary. Equip the boots, sacrifice this. Oh yeah, they have the Safekeeper out. Yeah, that was bad. But we at least we get them to commit to saving the Safekeeper, because this targets, right? Yeah, well, it doesn't matter because we get the Sagiri Step, which is in our graveyard. We get the where's the? Oh yeah, it's there. All right, yeah. As you see, I kind of made something that I wasn't supposed to do, but we'll do like this. We'll get Talon Gates. We'll make them sacrifice a land. Oh, they didn't. All right. Well, in that case, we will attack them for lethal and begin the sideboard. Yeah. All right. On the draw, I think we need a Mox Diamond to get in the race. I'm a little bit more hesitant on the endurance. I mean, they're good in the case of a combo, but usually when they go that far, they have enough targets left of the Nadu to loop the deck. So it doesn't really do what we want it to. So I'm thinking about keeping one in, and then we can do one in and keep a Greenstone Senate in, so we have a maximum possibility to ramp. I will do that. I forgot that I had Veil of Summer in. I'm not really sure about that card. But we'll keep this. It's a turn 1 Reclaimer into a turn 2 Reclaimer. We are probably dead to a quick combo, but at least they didn't have Mana Dork on turn 1. That makes me think they have Plath or Plow. No, sorry, Plow or Force. Maybe Force here. Not Force. Living Wish. What are you wishing for? Living Wish seems really sweet in this deck. Cavern of Souls. Do you have a mana problem? I don't understand. Or it's, yeah, probably a little bit lacking on the lands part. Unfortunately, I can't really punish that here. Here I want to keep Reclaimer up or Caracas. Here we go for Caracas. It's not the perfect answer. I think that we give up on using Reclaimer here because it's not going to happen. But do we play the boots? We'll start with the Surveil. Here is, keep that on top. Here's actually a situation where my normal land base would have been a lot better with the Savannah, because then we could have kept the Reclaimer up. Nomad. Yes, this is unfortunate. So do we play? They get a free activation otherwise. Yeah, we need to start this train. We got the Arbor. That's kind of a good card to hit. Now they have 6 activations. Probably look a little bit on what they have. Nadu, Daylight Halflings. They need to start hitting lands here. There is the Bayou. That's 2 more hits. Living Wish in the graveyard. And now we have 2 more hits. I don't really know if we have any good outs here. Oh, there's a Force of Will. So we're keeping their Veil at least. Let's see what they choose to discard. Grist. So that means that they have Force of Will left in hand. They have a second Nadu. So the correct target here is Nomads. Let's start with discussing a little bit. So we're going to play that Dryad Arbor there. We're going to need both Veil of Summer and Swords. So we might as well know we're going to use the Caracas. So here's the situation where the timing is quite important. So they start with targeting their Dryad Arbor. We want to limit the amount of card draws as much as possible because we don't want them to draw into multiple spells, but they do have another Nadu in their hand, so the bounce doesn't do that much. Just limits their mana a little bit on their turn. I mean, they're gonna do it anyway, so we might as well. Here we go for Plow. Maybe we should have waited for that because we're not sure that draw another Nomads. Now they have like a Bristly Bill or something like that, so this is looking grim. Yeah, it's a tricky deck to play against. I need to learn the sequencing a lot better than I have in this deck, and I need to kind of find which angle of attack or which way we're gonna go to try to beat this deck. I mean, we're probably dead here, but we'll play it out. Well, that's good at least. It allows us to F6 while they do some good stuff during their turn. All right, let's watch them combo. With that, I mean, I'm gonna watch them combo. I'm gonna give you some time off. They went for another Nomads with Living Wish, and there's an so now they probably have their deck. I'm just gonna ask my opponent if it's deterministic, which is probably the wrong word to use, but we are gonna use it anywhere because it sounds really cool. I think that our opponent enjoys clicking because they have not answered our question, so we'll watch them click off a little bit. There's a Safekeeper. I guess that they're looping all the stuff. Yeah, I need to look up this deck a little bit more, but it's a cool deck. We seem to be very dead. All right, I'll see you for the next round. All right, we're back for round number 4. We are on the play. We have a deck that's okay against Fair Magic, so we'll keep it. Unfair Magic, and we're dead. Lotus Petal, Great Furnace. It's our friend the Painter, the friendly Painter. We've been facing Painter in, I think, almost every league. It's a really fun deck to play against. Now, here's an interesting decision already, turn 1. We have a Wasteland and we have sorts of Plowshares. Now, I want to keep the Wasteland for the Saga, although it's always tempting to go for the Furnace, especially when they didn't have any turn 1 play. Now, if they play the Kikijiki thing, it's a little bit sad, but I still think it's the correct play to do. And here we unfortunately need to plow the token, I think, off of planes if they're sickos that do main deck stuff. Just don't want them to build up their artifacts, especially not when there seems like they're kind of low on stuff. All right, here we will go for Reclaimer. Keep plow up for key creature. We might have to use it on a Kiki. We'll see. We also have reflexes to save. They bend 2 lands. That's always sad when they do. I guess that means that they're not 100% on the reanimation stuff. There's the Engineer. What are we going for with the Engineer? Is it the kill your thing? I need to be better at them. No, it's Dragon Engine. Yeah, Dragon Engine's okay. So we're gonna plow the engineering end in the and then here, and then we're gonna bog their graveyard. I mean, it's tempting. It's tempting. Do they have any instant speed? Because we get Night down. We'll have Kick Fable. We're gonna have Fable covered anyway. Yeah, I think that. So playing Night here is also really bad. But now we kind of committed on it. Yeah, we shouldn't have played Night because Night dies to Bolt on this board, and that's not where we want to be. Yeah, we should have gone Bog into keep Reclaimer up. Yeah, that's just bad. I just got kind of thought a little bit too much on the future and not on the present, because we have a couple of turns to get rid of the reflection. Well, now at least we can bounce the reflection. I don't know if that's where we want to be. Probably just want to kill it with the reflexes. All right, now we're getting into Marit Lage territory. Do we care about the reflection? Is the question. We can't do anything about the Fable, so they're going to get the loot. Getting the Bog down in that case is good, because that means that we can use our stuff to go and get more Bogs. So we'll start with bogging them. Now they're also in a situation where they can go for the combo with the mana. In that case, it would be nice to wasteland them, but we also want to save the wasteland, as we said before, for Saga and other stuff. So do we give them a free Shaman token copy? That's also a free artifact. Yeah, we give them a free Shaman token copy to be able to have some tricky stuff open. Maybe the combo. So banning of the Bowmasters. The Bowmasters are not really good in this game. So let's see. Night, Bog, go for stage. Tap planes, untap stage. Yeah, we have the combo unprotected, but nonetheless the combo. We are going to let them attack here, get some treasure tokens, and then we're gonna block the one that would survive. Yeah, that's a card. So we'll go for Activate Knight. Here we'll go for Urza's Saga and start building up something there. We'll give them their Ensnaring Bridge. Yeah, they play Ensnaring Bridge. Now we're gonna go for killing their Reflection. We don't want too many of those reflections in, so we're gonna go for Flagstones, Reflexes, Untap Knight, kill Reflection, use Flagstone's ability, go for Savannah, I guess, and then we'll go for Lush Portico. Now we're gonna look for ways to remove. Yeah, we don't have ways to remove, but we'll actually keep the small little gremlin on top. Play Ufi to turn off the treasures and the backdoor to the combo. Play Dried Arbor, and then pass the turn. We'll start making some construct tokens, and then we'll see what kills what first. We can find our... So we're going to get the boots down so we can look for Green Sun Sanit as an out. 4 ways to get a hasty Lage into play. Broadside Bombardiers. Sure. We'll block there. Oh yeah, sorry, we need to block with 2, right? For the Menace. You want to kill it? In that case, I want to save it. Alright, we'll make a Saga token in the end of the turn. Then we'll untap and hopefully draw. Yes, and there we got it. So now we're not going to do the mistake that we normally do on this channel. Get the Lava Spur boots. Now I haven't counted that we have the mana for this. Probably should have counted that before. But do they play 2 bridges? That's the question. So let's see. We can play a land. We'll face out that Reflection, I guess. And then we're Green Sun Sanit. X is currently 3. X is currently 2. Let's see. All right. X is currently 2. Get the Liberator. Now, do we have lethal without the Lage? Let's see. We have... Yeah. Well, opponent thinks we do. So, Painter stuff. I like Path to Exile. I like the Forces. Loam is actually okay in this matchup. 1 surgical endurance, and then I think that's enough. Let's see, what don't I like in the matchup? I don't think Vexian Babel is that good. That's all. All right, so we can cut. This is a hard one. We got a crop rotation, but they don't have forces, and they play sagas and other things where that's good. How light are they on the removal? We'll shave boots, even though that was a good card in that match. We'll shave an extraction, and we'll shave a loam as well. And we'll shave cards that we've just put in. So that gives us 4 more cuts. Take away 1 Green Sun Sanit, it takes away 1 Mox Diamond, and then we go to the lands. Mazavith is probably the worst land. Yeah, we'll do like that, and then we'll play 61 cards. Just because it's the Farewell Party for Grief, so we're going to stay up late. We'll keep this hand. It has some manner of interaction, some stuff to do later in the game. We need to be wary of early Magi. We still need to go for step here. We need to go for step so we can have Plow open and crop. And Saga, of course, turn 2 Magus here is devastating for us. Maybe that's a reason to keep all the Moxes in. Okay, Fable, that's not optimal, but it's better than the... So here we're going to kill the Shaman token. I don't like spending removal on cards that aren't full cards, but I don't think that we really have anything to say about it there. Let's see what they discard. They discarded Broadside Bombardiers. That means that they have another Broadside Bombardiers, or they just don't value the card. Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Here's also interesting. Do we go for the Lush Port to go and leave ourselves open to Blood Moon to get that extra selection? Swords is interesting. We'll keep Swords on top. And then here we are going to play an Outland Liberator, and then we'll kind of see what we need to go up against here. I'm not going for the Soul Cauldron quite yet. In that case, maybe I should have gone for the Mirror Breaker, but I do have the Plow there, so my thought here is to see what mana I need to use. So the Broadside Bombardiers. do we remove them? What happens otherwise? We can go in and block. That doesn't get us anywhere. What can we do after next turn? We can untap, play the combo, but we don't have hasty combo anymore. No, I think that we win this game by blocking the broadside bombardiers and then plowing the Kiki-Jiki. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, we need to kill the Soul Cauldron now. Yeah, that was kind of bad. Well, at least Wasteland's good. Here we are a little bit screwed on mana. So we plow the Bombardiers, which we should have done to start with, and then we keep Saga. Second Cauldron, doing the exiling our Saga. So in that case, we don't go if they can't go for... Are they sacrificing their Kiki-Jiki for our Saga? Yeah, we'll do the construct anyway. I want them to kill the Saga on this here board. I think I'm fine with that. But yeah, I think that's okay. We'll play the Knight, and now we'll pass the turn. They have Outland Liberator under Soul Cauldron. I think that's okay. What are they looking for now? Devourer. Is it all right. Let's see. Just so I'm not missing out on anything here. Are we dead? I guess we'll see. I'm not really used to playing against Phyrexian Devourer either, so I don't know. Do I need to go for removal on my turn? Is there anything that they can do? Guess they could play multiple hasty creatures maybe. That's just a reason for me to go for it here. I mean, we do have the combo up, so that's always something. So we'll block here. See what the follow-up play is. Fury, sure. What do you attack with Fury? You attack that one there. Does that mean that they have something for... It has some kind of answer for the combo? We'll see. Well, now we made the Marit Lage and we saved our Knight. We're going for the Bombardiers. Sure. All right. Yeah, I get it. So they're doing some damage to us. Let's see what the next one. The Ensnaring Bridge. Of course. We love us that Ensnaring Bridge. All right. Let's go and get something. What can we get that's good here? We can go depths for Lesh Portio and see if we draw into something good. I feel that's a good idea, so we'll do that. We have a couple of outs here. That's not one of them. We'll play that. And then we're going to exile the Goblin, get rid of it. Should probably bin Talon Gates to Max Diamond there instead. And then in the end step, we're going to go and see if we can grab any land or something like that. That's a Fable. So we'll see what we can grab here. That's value-ish. I guess the Caracas or the Bog. I guess the Caracas so we can bounce the Kiki-Jiki. That just allows them to draw some cards, but still think it's better than nothing. Right, now we got Graveyard up. We're down a little bit on clock, so I'm going to try to see if I can speed this up a little bit. Should I discard a Simian Spirit Guide? Yeah, you're going to be dead. Yeah, sure. So they're doing some stuff. Wouldn't Green Sun Sand on a land be really sweet? On this land enters the battlefield, play X and look for a creature card and put it into the battlefield. It would of course be completely broken, but it would be quite sweet. So you got me down to 1, down to 4. I can't do math. It's Fury time. It's Fable time. Well, let's go for Bog, I guess. All right. Let's draw. There we got it. There we got it, my friends. Unfortunately, they're not completely dead, but they are mostly dead. We'll do a forced block on the token, and then we'll see. Maybe they've sandbagged another bridge or a way to get another bridge, and in that case, we still have a game. I don't know how many bridges they play, or they have the possibility to unearth a Phyrexian Dragon Engine, and we shouldn't have attacked with the Knight. Nope, they didn't. A sloppy played, didn't get punished. Let's just probably not talk about this game anymore and move on to the next one. And we're live for the last game. It's getting way past middle of the night here in Sweden, so I will probably play even less optimal than usual, but we'll give it a try for science. Ancient Tomb Battle, I was gonna say this is hopefully a fair deck, but it was not. That's the Fable again. We just faced the Fable. I don't know if plowing the Shaman token is the correct thing to do in this game, but we are absolutely gonna try it one more time. Hello token, a goodbye token. See you later. Maybe the right wing is to play. I just don't want to give them extra mana here, although mana's maybe not their pressure point. Maybe it's better to play Reclaimer and get it going, but if we play that early, we're not going to. Yeah, they have another one, and the Saga and the Soulgate Lantern. They have it all. All right, at least we have a route to main decked artifact removal stuff, but we'll start with the Reclaimer. That gives us an interesting turn too, either going for some kind of anti-artifact like Collect Roof, Knight of the Reliquary, or going for something else. They bolted the Reclaimer. They have 0 cards in hand. They can start making constructs, large constructs. They have a Soul Guide Lantern, which is good for our Knight. It allows it and disallows it to grow. I don't want to bounce the Reflection, but I'm gonna need to bounce the Reflection. But then they're attacking me from the Saga angle as well. Maybe I need to go for Collector Oof. Doesn't do anything. Maybe I need to go for Outland Liberator and hope that they don't draw a card next turn, see that it flips, and then go crazy with it and keep a backdoor to the combo up. I think that's the play. So we go for Outland Liberator. Unfortunately here it's a little bit slow, but we'll probably be able to get something good out of it. It's going to be hard for them to play 2 cards. Well, maybe not. They do have draws off a Soul Guide Lantern. Boots as well. Yeah, it's a lot of damage. That's too much damage, right? 6, 12, 14, yeah. That's not good. We'll bring in Klasm for this game, I think. Seeing that angle of the deck, I haven't seen that much before. So we'll bring in Force of Vigors, Path to Exiles. Maybe we just take out the Endurances, because I don't think that they're that good in the game, and then try to fight the combo in other directions. I'm not necessarily... So Oof turns off the mana acceleration, but I'm thinking about keeping my mana acceleration in this game. Vexing Bauble takes away their opportunity to play 0 mana stuff, but I don't think that's going to be fast enough. And then I want something from the board. I want the Maze of Ith. I think that they're swarming us if they're winning this game. Maybe 1 Mox. Bring that back when we're on the draw for game 3. We'll see here. Yeah, this is a keep. Fortunately, it's we can't guarantee a land drop, Reclaimer up on turn 2, but we're gonna go for this. And we're of course gonna go for the possibility to draw it on turn 2. And here we'll, if they have the bolt, they're gonna bolt it. If they don't have the bolt, we'll keep Crop Rotation up. More mana, I think, is a good draw here. Or more removal is also okay. So do we keep Crop Rotation up or play the boots? So what would Crop Rotation give us? It would give our Reclaimer protection, but that's about it. I think we play the boots here. No, we don't play the boots. We keep Path to Exile and Force of Vigor up. Here we can do the trigger on the stack trick, where we take both of them and then we the Crop Rotation. We need some good cards to win this game. Oh, should have played that one first, opponent. Maybe? I don't know. All right, let's keep double removal up and start building out our mana. That's the Engineer. Looking for Phyrexian Dragon Engine or Chaos Kill Your Stuff, or the Bridge. Yeah, one of my outs for the Bridge is gone now, so that's always a nice target. That's always a nice draw. So let's do like that so they can't do bridge shenanigans. Yeah, Painter Time or Soul Cauldron, yeah. My new nemesis. So let's build out our mana even further. So we'll get the planes here. They do blood moony stuff. And here, let's see. So if we get the stage, do we have them through the stage? Let's see. So we get stage. No, it comes into tap. No, we don't, unless we draw land. So we don't get stage. We get flagstones. Yep, we get flagstones. And we have them for next turn. Yeah, but all right. This doesn't change anything. We can play the boots now. And then we'll path the engineer. Fortunately, giving them some mana to work with, but I just don't want anything to disrupt us here. We should have waited with the path until their upkeep. We're going to draw with Bobble. Blood Moon. Oh, here, it's always tempting to go for the Dark Depths, to go to the Dark, but we have Dark Depths in hand, so we have Dark Depths at home. No, we have Dark Depths in hand. That's not the same thing. Apply some pressure. See what they do. Unfortunately, it's not a... Oh, now it's even less of a fast clock with the Soul Guidiest of Lanterns. All right, let's continue the beats. So here we're gonna just get a land in to start applying some more pressure. And here we'll get a Dried Arbor to apply even more pressure. Now they need the bridge. And they've shrunk down our Reclaimer so we can still kind of get them under the bridge. Yeah, that worked out great. Anything that we want in the deck. Feels so wrong to play against Painter and not have Endurance in, but I think it's correct. They do play... I'm gonna bring in Collector Roof and bring out a Mox Diamond. Try to get the... some value artifacts there. Yeah, this is a keep. Wait, is it a keep? No colored mana, sorry. I just saw Force of Vigor and got really, really happy. It's not a keep. This is also a mulligan. This is so much worse, but I think this is the keep. We go for a turn 2 Knight with this hand. Can we even go for a turn 2 Knight? Yes, we can. So let's put back Talon Gates and Lava Spur Boots. Let's put back Talon Gates. Let's go turn 1. Yeah, let's just go for turn 2 Knight and then have like a Reclaimer as kind of a bounce back. I think that doing Reclaimer, going to build out the mana is going to be a little bit too slow here. Although it's good to have a Reclaimer down if they're on a fast Blood Moon plan. Yeah, we need to play the Reclaimer, don't we? Mirror on the wall. Well, who's the flagstoniest of them all? Yeah, I do feel like it's the only thing that we can do here. That is going for some kind of anti-artifact Green Sun Senate's shenanigans. But if they go for the actual combo this turn, we're royally not okay. That's not the combo, but it's a lot of other fun stuff. Okay, so basic planes. Yes, I want to use that. And then I might as well... go for... Yeah, we're gonna go for flagstones here. Yeah, it's the bolts. Alright, so here we send it for Oofy, and then keep crop rotation up. No, we can't keep crop rotation up. We don't have the correct color, so the correct play would have not been to play the blush board to go out. We can bluff that we have something relevant for a single white mana. Yeah, should have played the lush thing. Once again, I think that's happened a couple of times this league. The lush land has not worked in our favor. I do feel like I'm not 100% sold on it now. I mean, the small sample size and so on, but I still feel like it could have been something else. Yeah, this is looking grim. This is looking really grim. And here's another situation. I mean, if I played the Porcho last turn, this would look a lot better. Combo. Do we have combo? We might have combo. Let's put that up on top of my graveyard because I don't want them to be able to go land searching. All right, let's see. We can play Legolas Quick Reef. No, sorry. We can play crop rotation for the thing. We are dead to the other thing, but we can play crop rotation for the thing. Let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Question here is if they are able to kill us. What is your last card? Once again, one more green mana here, and we would probably, or I don't know if one more green mana here would have done anything. All right, undo, no, cancel. Undo. Let's see. Yeah. All right, I needed to step away, so let's see if we can get this one to work correctly. So we want to tap this for mana. We want to crop rotate away the flagstones. We want to use the flagstones ability, get a Savannah, and then we got a crop. We will look for Dark Depths and keep the one without the counters on it. And then they can resolve their trigger. We'll block here, and then we'll see what they drew. That was a good draw. So here I think that we want to play the knight. I mean, the reflexes kind of does the same thing. And now it's just 2 draws, the most fun stuff. Most fun stuff being the combo. They're milling themselves with the Skull Cauldron. Is that the victory for them? And they go for the combo now? They're doing some copying and stuff. I don't know really if they have the victory here or not, so we'll see a little bit what happens here. We're looking for lands. What lands are you looking for? Arena of Glory, for Great Furnace. Let's just copy their Saga. See what happens here. They need more cards in their hand to start attacking with the tokens. No, they did not. I missed that they got rid of the bridge. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's see here now. How do we do this? We can sacrifice, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can get 4 blockers, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can get 4 blockers and kill something. So we'll do like that. And then we'll get a Dryad Arbor. We'll untap it. Untap the knight, unblock here and here and here and here. And then we can actually sacrifice a Forest of Plains. And then we can either go down to 2 or we can kill the reflection. We can actually we can kill the reflection here. And then here we get Wasteland. Caracas Wasteland, we get a Wasteland, and then I need to get the bridge back, or they can get the rid of the flying token. I get rid of the knight, then the safekeeper, put the token there, use the token to get the bridge back, and then present lethal the turn after. Yeah, this match is going to be interesting, kind of go, oh yeah, they get to do it all, right, with the Defiler. Yeah, this match is going to be interesting, going back and kind of seeing what happened. I don't know. Sure. So what happened? Couldn't they get the bridge back? Or the short? Because I think that if they get bridge back there, I don't understand why they didn't go for the bridge. So they can go for bridge with the Kikijiki. Yeah, I don't know. I'll watch that when I edit the videos to see if anything happens. But yeah, thank you for that game, and I'll return for the final thoughts. All right, final thoughts. So we got a 3 and 2. I thought that was quite a nice result. A good way to end the scam summer, or whatever they're calling it nowadays. But next time we're recording a video, Grief will not be legal, and there might be 1 or 2 other cards that have gone away from the format. Or maybe we're going into Frog Autumn, who knows. But let's get back to the deck list. So I took this deck list, as I said, from top finishing deck of Bazaar of Boxes, the last tournament from there, and I really like the list. Their only changes that I would be looking at making is not playing Lush Landy thingy for I want the 3rd Savannah. Too many times during the league I was punished for it not coming in untapped, although it did help me at certain occasions as well. I want my mana sources untapped as much as possible, and I want good dual color lands as well. So I'd change that for another Savannah. The other thing that I was thinking about, so the Baba, we'll see. I mean, it was kind of relevant in some cases. I feel like the opportunity cost of the Bob was quite low. You can always cycle it if you want to. I think that what I would be looking at, kind of an unknown meta meta, I would be looking at getting at least one of the artifacts and probably one of the endurances to the board, and trying to get some more value-oriented creatures. Ramming up Excavator is a favorite one of mine. Could also see playing at GWx main. There are some metas where that's appreciated or that's encouraged. But those are kind of the flex slots, or bringing a Sylvan Library in. And in the board, now I did probably not board. I didn't board in the Veils where they were supposed to. It's a card that I'm a little bit unfamiliar with, but here I'd be looking at these 4 as potential cuts. I would probably want to have a Doorkeeper Thrall or 2 in. They are relevant for some of the hard matchups like Doomsday, Initiative. Somewhat relevant against Eldrazi. We didn't face Eldrazi once here, but I do think that that's a deck that we'll be seeing more of. Probably look at that or some other card that's good against Eldrazi. But this is something to look closer at. Next week, the list that I'll be playing then will be even closer tuned to the list I'm going for on European Legacy Masters, because that tournament is coming up in a couple of weeks. So I do need to be prepared for that. But thank you for listening, and please comment, like, subscribe, and all those other cool things you can do. And do reach out to me. I know that there was some sloppy play in this league. There were some good plays as well. There were some slop plays in the week in this league. So if you have anything to talk about there, just feel free to reach out. Outside of that, take care of yourself, have a good day, and I'll see you later.